Vibe on Itos TV, brought to you by Itos Productions Limited.
Welcome to the show. It's the Campus Vibe on Itos TV. On the panel, I'm with Emma, who is going to be telling us how the day was. It has been a long day, by the way. Tuganzeke Makerere, where elections are going to start, that is tomorrow, and a lot has happened. So, Emma, today to Makerere. When someone talks about Moko, what comes in your mind?
Makerere. Ira you Makerere.
When someone says Makerere is going to be holding the election, what comes in your mind?
Bw'okugamba nti no Makerere egenda kubeera in elections. Wallahi ekintu ky'otalina kwerabira. It's all about kye bayita violence. Ntuuse wali, ndabye emiggo, but these guys are really serious about and they mean kye baliko.
So, kati, according to me on reaching in at Moko, kugeti kwenyini, I saw a country's election. It was like a country's election.
Yeah.
You know? It was a country's election because the way people finance politics, the way people respect politics, the way people are ready to invest in politics is so amazing.
So koleke nejo. First look at this. Utubadde twakayingira gate. Ogendo tukanga ne mundu jotalabanga ko giraba ku Makerere. Ntuse ngabo bandayi. Balaxi. Kino chi.
Why are you so much into the armed side?
No, kati tula universities endala nga balonda. Recently KIU balonda. Walaba webintu ebyongebyo. Why is it that Makerere?
By the mere fact that Makerere, I expect Uganda should be there because when they are voting the president of Uganda,
okimanyi tino buli wantu wabaddewo apana every corner nga buli wokyuka ngamba bannaye n'abasomi babawadde uniform.
By the way, today, as I've told you, we have been at Moko. And I've seen some changes politically. For the first time in the history, not first time, but for these years in history, Makerere Funyamanyi from the other side, that is the NRM side. Did you witness that too?
Yeah, naye ng'ate bwe tudda ku nsonga endala, cause Makerere maze emyaka mingi nga NRM tebera na support gye badde nayo leero. Cause abaana be tubadde tusinga otuukako, kogenda omutuukako. Nze ndi ku NRM ate nga bavubuka eno si bakadde ng'omulembe guno how they say like this generation is for opposition this and the other. Ndabye nga NRM erina gundi nzito nnyo okusinga kiri ekibadde ngawo.
How about for the case of the NUP, NUP tuchiyita bivulu cause they've hosted a number of musicians.
Yeah.
And a bit earlier.
A number of musicians abasinga nga bava mu gundi ki. Fire base. NUP egenze ne tusulira fire base but egenze ne tusulira abana ba fire base bakubye entertainment cause nze kyendabye cause we tubadde ku gundi ya NUP. Camp ya NUP ekisinzewo it was all about entertainment. Nga bayimba olutalo nga luwedde this and the other. Playing Bob Wini's songs, what Yambaro
naye olutalo nga lulabika baluwasinzeeko
leero ne
anyway like a producer tuweyo ku some of the clips showing the audience from the different camps, that is NRM, NUP and FDC. Tulabe numbers because the numbers have really been amazing. For the NRM side, the NUP side and FDC, we have the performance from Fefe Busi, but I'm going to playing out in short time. It's another episode and we are with one and another candidate, our coordinator, and he is the chief coordinator from the NRM group or chapter. So welcome, sir.
Thank you
I'm strategically going to ask you things which are private, which I don't expect the rest to know. So I'm seeing everything happening I won't ask you simple things because I know everyone can answer that. So who has funded this?
Personally, to be honest, I'll first introduce myself to the crowd. My name is Raymond Senteza, aspiring GRC School of Library and Performing Arts, as well Hussein Ibra's right-hand man, and as well as head of coordinators on the camp. Whichever you see here, it's not by efforts of anyone, it's by effort of the entire crew or team. It's whoever has contributed to that team. It's together NRM chapter, Makerere University, and as well Hussein Ibra's team. We've pushed in a lot of efforts to ensure that things go like the way you see them.
So, what makes Ibra special? What makes Ibra different from the rest of the candidates?
First of all, to be honest, I'll give you a brief background between me and Hussein Ibra. We are classmates and we are in the same year. That's year 2 here. Hussein Ibra is very approachable. He's someone you can find anywhere at any time, and he gives you his time. He gives you his everything. He gives you his attention, and then it's someone who is hardworking. He's been serving as the Ginger Councillor, Youth Councillor, Ginger City, Southern Division, and he's been the Social Affairs Minister here before, who is the same person who organized the Freshers' Ball, of which you remember everything went historically. And as well, he's coming to stand in for the Guild President to ensure that he's going to be the right hand and he's going to be the right person to handle that position.
So, the way I've been hearing from the rest, everyone is talking about the Freshers' Ball. So, if you're there, a student of MOOC, you want to become as the president, it starts from the Freshers' Ball, organize the Freshers' Ball, then we start. Am I right?
Yeah, you're very right.
Does it start from the Freshers' Ball?
It all started from the Freshers' Ball, whereby everyone saw potential in him. They found him someone who can work, someone who is honest, and someone who can deal with everything by his own, and then
Campus Vibe on Itos TV, brought to you by Itos Productions Limited.
Kirabika yewe yarabiranga, it's the only path jasobola okukozesa, the only path jasobola okuyitamu. Now esinga okitegeera kuba bw'olaba nti no buli abaana betubadde tutuukako abasinga babadde boogera nnyo ku Freshers' Ball. That means abaana abasinga baagala entertainment. Kati wogenda mu entertainment oba owambye obwongu bw'abavubuka abasinga, they always need those things of entertainment. Kati waleeta Freshers' Ball, that means n'aleeta abayimbi n'akola ki, already abamaze ofuna attention. That's why osanze eri ku Nuupu nga bali mu entertainment batuleetedde abayimbi nayo flyer base bafana baani just because attention bagisike nga nnyingi. Tulaba nti no tutuuse ku camp ya Nuupu. Okimanyi nti n'abaana abasinga abadde ku camp ya Nuupu.
Yeah, Nuupu had the biggest number of students, but naye wabaddeyo abaana.
Wabaddeyo naye jukira eri tebadde music, eno nebeerayo music. If you are picking that image, nti no entertainment abadde eno bafana. Nowa NRM abadde eri ku camp asobola osikirizibwa n'avaayo. N'agamba let me go and join these people because of this. So,
it's bringing me on some point. Yeah. So you're trying to say that some people were on the Nope side, just due to the factor of time, that maybe because NRM didn't have music by that time and Nope had the entertainment, so most people were coming out from their camps to just come and feel that vibe and after go back.
There is yogera mulimi olusoga ntino mudirya timubula gitaawa. Kitegeeza kintinno mwezo ezirya oba zote zolese mu kisibo temubula zino ezigende one neighbor nezikola ki nezirondalonda just kubano tewabeera favorable gundi the place is not favorable for them nezigamba nedda katuveewo katugende one neighbor tukole ki tulyeryeyo olabanga NRM tewali music tewali entertainment nze njagala entertainment era abasinga obalabyeyo banki.
Anyway, so many people think that the elections are all about the presidential elections or only electing the presidents, but no, this thing is too broad. We even had a chance to talk to some of the other campaigning guys or those guys who have directly gotten involved into the elections, who are going to get different positions or who are campaigning. We had a chance to talk to one of the guys from the agriculture department, who is, I think, contesting as the speaker. So we shall be getting something from him as we commemorate and think about something else.
Now we are in Makerere University and in the School of Agriculture Sciences. What's going on in Makerere are the elections. The different colleges are going to elect their own leaders and the entire school is going to elect the guild president. Right now we are in the College of Agriculture Sciences and we are talking to different candidates. What do they have for their fellow students? Right now I'm with one of them and he's going to tell us which post does he come for and what good things is he preparing for the other students. So you're most welcome on Itos TV.
Thank you, sir.
Your names?
I am Bakwe Moses.
Post?
I'm aspiring deputy speaker.
Also, why have you chosen this post of deputy speaker?
I've aspired for this post because at past, while I was still at Kalasa Cultural College, I contested for guild speakership. Though things never went too well, but I didn't give up, and I will not give up. I came here. I can manage to contest for speakership, but I decided to come for the deputy speakership, such that people should not say that I've overhiked. I make sure that I go on the ground such that I can learn the environment from the speaker who will be there.
All right. What have you prepared for these students that you're calling upon to elect you?
Yeah, I have 3 main points. One of them is to revive the Agriculture Week exhibitions, which used to be here, but they're no more. Secondly, I want to engage all the stakeholders within this mighty SARS, School of Agricultural Sciences. For instance, the postgraduate guys, they seem to be dormant in student leadership, yet in case there is a strike, they will also be affected. So third, I want, as my role in the constitution, as is stipulated, I will make sure that I supervise all the subcommittees, have finance, academic, publicity. I make sure that I supervise them. They do their best such that students' affairs are catered.
All right. What makes you different from the past leaders? One thing that makes you different?
Personally, I think I'm good at communication and I am good at making rapport that whichever office, whatever maybe this is a professor or the professor's office, I can't fear knocking because I know I'm representing a line of people behind me. So
right.
I'm strong.
All right. Give us one word that you would give your dear voters. One word.
Dear voters, such intellectuals, just one thing I just want you to trust me with is your vote. Your vote won't be in vain, but in solidarity we shall stand, and everything we shall accomplish serves to be the best within all campus.
Campus Vibe on ITOS TV, brought to you by ITOS Productions Limited.
Welcome back. So that was one of the aspirants and is coming as the agricultural speaker. So Emma, do you realize that in the back in the days, the campaigns or elections at Mok were between, let me give a specific example of last year. They were between FDC and NRM. And do you realize that this time around it is two parties, that is NRM, Ibrahim and Dangote? From the north side. And do you realize that this thing is going and is running out of hand? Because last time, most guys at MOOC normally use the saying that we don't negotiate. That for them they are America, and America doesn't negotiate with terrorists. So guys at Makerere don't negotiate with the police, they don't negotiate with the state, they just don't negotiate with anything. And this time around, Hussein Ibrahim comes out saying we can negotiate. Don't you think that makes him special?
Yeah, that seriously makes him special. And there is a question that I will pose to you. How does it come that for him came out with that idea? What do you think about that? What did he think about before making that?
When I personally thought about that, even when I had chance to talk to some people, I mainly based on maybe it is the people or leaders who confuse the students. Because when someone comes out and says we can negotiate, meaning maybe it is the pressure which forces students into some things. Because if your leader is saying, you know what guys, hold rocks, hold sticks, we can go and fight, let's go and make a strike, and someone says no, maybe that's what Makerere in particular has been lacking. That's the leader Makerere has not been in position to get for the last years. So should we expect Ibrahim to change things? Or we should think that he's doing this for campaign purposes?
Should I say that because Ibrahim is using that theme of we can negotiate, does it mean that the other side of opposition, FDC, are using that we cannot negotiate? Or
no, not particularly we cannot negotiate or we can negotiate. But as we know, as I told you earlier, MOOC normally says we MOOC students don't negotiate. if you have clearly seen them in different wrangles with the police or the state, you normally say we won't talk to you. We won't negotiate because we are. They call themselves America. Maybe they are because they are the giants here.
And seriously, there is something that I've discovered. We tubadde mu camp ya NRM. Sekanzeeko muntu yenna ng'alina omuggo gwakutte.
Exactly.
Anything like.
People were
but
so good.
when we came this side of Noop side, I saw that abaana abasinga ng'oli akutte omuggo waliwo gwe tulabye n'omulandira ekintu kyonna kiriwo ekiti naye ng'akisitudde. So what causes you to do something like that? But police webezze. What's the ebyekunyigiriza oba what's the ekyo kiraga ky'okukwata omuggo n'okite toli mukuba muntu naye ogukutte n'obeera nagwo. Is it a battle?
Not particularly that, but I think it is just their nature. It is just their nature.
Bino ebintu bitabula.
So now on that issue of negotiating and not negotiating, we had a chance to talk to one of the mobilizers from the NRM chapter, and he talked more and clarified on the negotiating part of it. So we are going to be watching that for a meantime.
Gets it done well.
So the other thing I want to know is, how does Ibra get this popularity? How does he get this love?
This love, love is all about someone believing in you, someone saying something special in you. It isn't bought, it isn't anything that you can pay for someone to love you. Ideally, you can also prove that. Because it's someone, you pulling their attention, and then they get attracted in you. So it's him as a person, and his characters, and his everything that have created all this love and support to his students that are having for him.
Okay, lastly, let me ask you this. What do you mean by the term we have to negotiate?
Negotiations, we all know, ideally speaking, history has it that whichever war that happened, it all ended with negotiations and sitting on tables. So here we are as students of Makerere, accepting to negotiate with the administration, accepting to negotiate with the government as well, to see a change, to see that Makerere gets back to the peak where it was. It's been depreciating, things have been getting worse and worse, but here we come with a slogan that we're here to negotiate, we're ready to negotiate simply, regardless, we shall not forget our way style of negotiation.
So before you thought about negotiating, did you think about the student body? Do you think about what the rest think about it?
Yes, we did. We made research, we made our own researches throughout different colleges and stuff. Everyone had their ideology and they supported the negotiation thing. It has worked out. For instance, recently we handed a petition against online voting, which has been successful through negotiation. We went, sat with the dean, we went, wrote a petition to the council, and everything turned out right. So we believe as Makerere, if we resume to negotiation, we can work out better, being that we are intellectuals and we are elites.
Campus Vibe on iTunes TV brought you.
Automatically, we have and we can negotiate. So Emma, let us first leave the NRM side, or the NRM camp. Remember, to all the campus here now?
Yeah.
We went to different camps. We end up with FDC. Let's talk about FDC.
Wetuuse camp ya FDC. Anyway, so seniroza nengamba waliwo abawagizi because we reached at the camp nenga abana ababadde anyway babadde batono. Nenzigwamu nengamba bano bakikola batya. Naye ate there is something kyendabye mu baana ba FDC. Oba tubayite ba diehards. Bali abana bayina emitima. According engeri abana bane gye babadde boogeramu. Nga balaga that love. Eri candidate waabwe nga balaga nnyo nti there is this and the other, but which way to say kusaidia banafa abanoop, we didn't get anyone kuba engeri gye babaddemu nga bakanga ng'otuuka kwoli he is not ready, someone is not ready. Naye abaana ba FDC, seriously FDC, naye mansuubira ne FDC naye ina percentage ennene ku kifo ekyo era eri likely webanga wanoop tasiraidinzeemu nnyo FDC jakiyingira naye nga NRM you in a higher percentage than
Emma,
all these people.
Emma, before we go further, what do we use to calculate the votes or the number of people who vote? Is it the number of people present in the camp? Because I believe someone can be on your camp or in your camp that moment, and then when it comes to the election, on the casting of the vote, natakuwa.
Do you still remember something that I've told you? Nkugambye ku kintu kye bayita omuyaga. Oli ajja n'omuyaga ne gumuleeta. Si buli omuntu no bonna abali mu camp, all those people who are in that camp abaddewo what the example y'abannafu abanuupu bonna si bonna nti no they belong to gundi nuupu camp babaddewo.
When you take a look at the FDC camp, babadde baana batono nnyo. In fact, as we continue to talk about this, like a producer when preparing that video of FDC agenda giterawo for a short period of time, so babadde baana batono but then they had that morale. They were willing, they were ready, not violent.
So kulabi babadde batono eri ku camp. Nayo kimanyi nti no, just because nkugambye nti no waliwo ekintu kye tuyita entertainment eri kusaidia abanafu abanupo wabaddewo entertainment. Of course even the other side of NRM wabaddewo ka small entertainment.
True.
Eri ku FDC just music abaddewo naye nga tewali entertainer, they are used to that. Wabadde entertainer yenna naye ate tulaba nti no bazze nga bali mu kuba campaign batandise bali mu kutambula babadde banti boy.
Yeah,
babadde banti. That means bali babadde eri n'abalala babadde babadde ku nuupu mbalayo babadde ku nuupu.
So like a producer like a clip aka the number of FDC fans. Mlabe how that FDC camp was at the moment.
Yeah.
Just saying, just us. We need a Makerere that is student-based. We need a Makerere where students are part of this great institution.
Yes. What is the motto of your party?
The motto of our party is "Mark that is just us."
Yeah. Are you willing to do what it takes to make?
Yeah, I'm willing to cast my vote for just us because he's a great candidate for us.
Send to him the regards.
Of course, big man, just us. I just wish you success in the forthcoming elections.
Yeah. Campus Vibe, what's your name, bro?
My name is Wangwine Moses.
Yeah. Who are you deciding with? Who are siding with?
I am decided to vote Justice and I'm looking for votes everywhere.
Yeah, why are you siding with him?
This man is capable. You leave out those other politicians, those who know what. Justice is capable to do the work that is needed at Makerere.
What is the slogan or the thing that you're striving to?
We are everything at Makerere. We have been with a lot of consequences. Those people we put, they don't work. Everything that has been done has been because of FDC.
Are you
Campus Vibe on ITOS TV, brought to you by ITOS Productions Limited.
Particularly twatambudde abantu bangi different people, but seriously I'd not found someone who is that audible and free mu campus zonna. It should be NRM or FDC, NRM, FDC, NRM no and the rest. He was no, FDC was the first party of where now bali audible. So audible and free. Like someone has less but is contented with the less he has.
Nenga okimanyi nti nno bwe tubanga tubalamuko by the moment we tukidde ku camp ya FDC abaana babadde tebawera 10.
Yeah.
Abadde ku camp ya FDC.
They were few in number.
But when you come this ends of no babadde in thousands.
Yeah.
Then the other side of NIM nabeera nga bangi. Naye ate nkulaga abaana ba FDC babadde ne gundi that vibe ng'oli awulira candidate we akola ki amwagala mufiira ku the extent someone was forced nagamba neddanze mu mpe byonna ebigundi bi posters abyetinjwe ajje mu kamera kole.
So Emma,
so
let me ask, waliwo akaseera akatuusa and people were willing to be violent.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you think causes violence in elections? Is it really worth it?
It's really a nice question. Tekigwana naye kyensuubira cause tebakitandise leero. And for the issue of, I think for them they take themselves as bo balina okukola ekyo. That's the reason twazoyi batwalakiri we don't do what? Negotiate, and we can't negotiate.
Don't you think it is they deserve that?
Deserving what?
Because again they are the biggest lion we have.
Who deserving okugamba nti they do not negotiate? As who ngabani tulabye oli gundi coordinator chief coordinator atugambye nti no they solve this issue ya online voting. They negotiated about it. Kati mwe need to not to negotiate.
They can learn more clips from the FDC camp. Emma, they can learn more clips from the FDC camp.
Not really, you have to negotiate.
Introduce himself and will tell us his contribution towards this election. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm really proud to be here on ITOS TV. And I would like to welcome you to Makerere University.
Okay, so what is your name?
My name is Makerere Julius Maxwell. Yeah.
So Makerere Julius Maxwell, what is your contribution towards this election? What is your role? Which role are you playing here?
I'm playing a role of a handler. I move with the candidate.
So he is currently the left or right hand side man of the candidate, meaning he is one of the right people we should be asking some questions or knowing some difficult things here. So Mr. Maxwell,
Yes, please.
What makes Ibra special? By the time that you work with him, you should know more about him. What makes him special?
Ibra, one thing that you'll find common to whoever you ask about Ibra, he is a negotiator. I will give you an example. In 2019, Makerere increased fees by 15%. Students put up a 2-week strike, but still nothing was solved. It is not until His Excellency Sempija Ivan, the former guild president, came in, sat on table with Nawangwe, the vice chancellor, that negotiations went on and the fees was cut off. So in other words, we are tired of an era where we are striking, we are losing hands. Of recent, there was a strike at Lumumba Hall and the student lost the fingers. And you see that strikes, you strike, you waste your time and you yield nothing yet at the end. But Ibra comes and says, let us bring in an era of negotiations.
So you talked about strikes. Who is supposed to be blamed for the strikes? Is it the leaders or the students? You're talking about negotiation. Did you think about the students? Maybe the students themselves are interested in the violence.
That's why we said, for those who want negotiations, let them follow us. And I can assure you we have 70% of Makerere behind us. People want negotiations.
All right, so we are putting this on the previous leaders, because if you're saying you have 70% of the people, students here behind your back, meaning maybe they were forced by the leaders. So Maxwell, give me 3 principles you think a leader should have that Ibra has.
Humanity, individual responsibility, and above all, teamwork. Ibra believes in teamwork.
So
Campus Vibe on ITOS TV, brought to you by ITOS Productions Limited.
He talked about teamwork. Yeah. Teamwork. But I think everyone has been carrying out teamwork here. Because I don't have a go, whenever go, they all go. Yeah. I think that is the teamwork. So Emma, that was the campaign manager of Ibra.
Yeah.
Well, the NRM candidate, Ibrahim. And he gave us the few that make Ibrahim or Ibra special or different from the rest.
Yeah.
Kati, what is on my mind is, what does one look at to determine a good candidate? Don't forget that appearances are deceptive. Yeah. Someone can be good at the start, then at the end, things change.
Tugambye nti no alemedde nnyo ku nsonga ya negotiating. Nagamba nti no Ibra, and it was a point wabadde ayogera. Agambye nti no Ibra can do what? Can negotiate. Ekyo kakisobola omuntu omuteeka mu trust n'agamba nti no kankole ki? Kankole kino. Then let me hope this issue naye nsonga naye kansubire nti no yo tebaddeewo ku kino. There is that issue of politics wa Uganda. Ate twamutwala ne tumuyisaawo. Let me first tell you this story before I go for that. Let me tell you this story. One day nali mu taxi. Kati embeera mu taxi waliwo akaana akali katudde emabega n'omukyala. So omwana n'agamba mami ogenda kumpa ku ssente enkya mpaayo ku ssente. We namubuuza ate ssente zaaki. Namugamba nedda neesimbyewo kuwa class monitor. So class monitor ssente zaaki. Ngenda kugabira abaana mbagulire naki ne sweet. So omwana oyo omuto namulaba ningamba unayine ndowooza nti nno abantu to buy that sympathy oyina okufuna oyina okubawa something wakitegeera oyina okubawa ku sweet oyina okubawa ku ssente. So there is even that issue. Oli ayinza okujja n'akozesa ssente n'ayitawo. Yeah, asobola okujja n'agaba ssente n'agaba paper. Politics Uganda bw'atyo bw'atambula mpola.
So you're trying to say the politics in Uganda is normally and money based?
Let me tell you this, if you don't have money, tosobola. If you don't have money, tosobola. Ntusobola omwana alese V8 zeziri mu kuba campaign. Kati nza talina V8 nkolendya. Wesimbye ono omuntu ngoyo. What am I going to do? Ngene mvuge kagondi kange nzigire ku tractor.
Anyway, we shall be getting a word from the chief mobilizer, that is from the NRM camp, and he will be ending this whole section. So Emma,
yeah,
a few words to the viewers before we go.
Ngate tunagenda nawo, even before I say some few words to the viewers. Lwaki walietaza okubeera violent nnyo? Obeere so wazaliwa mukazi yakutwala ku ssomero n'ogenda ku ssomero ogenze kusoma kikukwatisa omuggo omunene ogenda kuba ani? And the result byobo osanga nga police zine kuba tear gas ndabye ebinnya this enkonko zibaddewo osobola okugwa omunoofa you can die and that's the result okisusa nnyo.
I believe that question will be answered by the people in case or the case study we have.
Seriously.
They'll answer that. But for now, give you a game mint. Say last word.
Thank you for viewing Itos TV. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Omugave Emma. Wabula ebigambo bibadde bikyali bingi naye I feel like ompadde akadde katono naye time katuchireke.
It's the Campus Vibe on Itos TV. Today I worked with Emma on my panel, and in field I had MC Frank and Owen Benjamin. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like and follow our data. For the friends that Moko hosted us today, thank you very much. Behind my production is Femi, and I think it's time for me to say goodbye. Until we meet again, thank you so much. Let us have the NRM mobilizer as we end the episode. Thank you.
MOOC, that's Makerere University, is going to tell us who is the candidate they have fronted and as to why they have brought up this candidate in particular. Yes, Sebo, how are you doing?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Your names?
My name is Amanya Memory, and I'm head of operations, NRM MAC chapter.
In particular, which candidate have you fronted for guild presidency?
We fronted and seconded Hussein Ibra as our guild president and our aspirant.
What reasons do you give for Hussein Ibra? Why have you chosen Hussein Ibra as a chapter?
Why we have, there are a lot of reasons, actually a million reasons why we have fronted Hussein Ibra. First of all, he's a competent man, basing on experience. He has been in the 87th, he has been a minister, and everyone can describe him as a person who listens, whether you have a point or not.
So he has the experience.
He will listen.
He has the experience because you've said
he is experienced. He's been a minister.
All right.
He's been a minister.
So to the voters of the entire university, why would they choose Hussein Ibra?
Well, for a couple of years in the past, we've had around 15 years without a guild president from NRM, but nothing has changed. So the students are all saying that what if at this time we get a candidate who is pro-government? Because we have had a lot of issues. We have students coming from other parties, and they promise all they can do is come and say police are murderers, forgetting that Makerere University in Africa is the 5th, and they know us as people who can stage dialogue, they know us as people who are competent, they know us as global citizens. So we are here to facilitate a student's body which can debate, which can talk issues of national and international importance. We are Africa, we are Makerere University, and we are saying vote Hussein Ibra.
All right, so one word to the voters of Hussein Ibra. One word you can tell the voters of Hussein Ibra. Well,
all I can say to you, guys, it's high time we came together and voted for our guy Hussein Ibra. He's more than competent. We cannot give it a benefit of doubt. He's been a minister and he organized a freshers ball. He's known for his organizations, his skills of organizing.
Campus Vibe on Itos TV was brought to you by Itos Productions Limited.